it's Jennifer from Belladonna's Botanicals, and this is the April 2024 updates for all things Belladonna's Botanicals. Um, so where do I start? It's been a crazy month. I normally have these videos done before the first of the month, and we are on the 4th as I'm recording this. But the first thing I want to say is many apologies for things running a little late, or if I haven't gotten back to anyone, or things are taking longer time, or there's been any mix-ups. I'll get into the whys and wherefores of that as soon as I pull up my shirt. um, so anyways, as I've mentioned in previous videos, like with some of my health issues I have, we've been trying to figure out the medication for I have psoriatic arthritis, which is an autoimmune inflammatory disorder, or disease. So it's been going back and forth for the past month or so of trying to get my insurance to approve one of the biologics for it, Otezla. But in order to do that, I had to try one of the crappy they're called DMARDs. They're disease modifying anti-rheumatoidal drugs. Like things like methotrexate, which I was like, no, I'm not. No, I have a history. I have multiple medication sensitivities of things that will just literally try to kill me. So I was like, no. Ended up going with sulfasalazine. I was cautiously optimistic back because at least the initial blood test didn't show I had any allergy to it. My brother is very allergic to it, so sulfas. He's actually allergic to sulfur, so I guess I'm the devious one. But he's certainly no angel, let me tell you. To put this into perspective, I think I might be one of the more normal ones in my family. Yeah, contemplate that for a second. Anywho, so with the way that particular medication, the sulfasalazine, works is you have to increase it every week. So for the first week, I was 500 milligrams. I was just really run down and tired and just not feeling well. So spent a lot of time, there we go. That's the hair I was trying to fix, in bed or laying on the couch. When it came time, because you have to sort of split them up through the day. On the second week, so I had to take one in the morning, one in the evening. What was happening, because it makes me so tired after I take that, I would take it when a certain fuzzy orange creature would wake me up every morning to be fed. So I'd take it, go back to sleep for a few hours so then I could function. And I got through maybe like almost the first week without really any issues on the higher dose. And then it started looking like I had washed my face with sandpaper and skin rashes and things like that. My neck was like, it felt like my neck, not my throat. Like I had no trouble breathing, swallowing, anything like that, or eating, whatever. But it just felt like my neck, like the externals I looked at, was really puffy. And also then it started looking like I had washed my face with sandpaper, and I was like, because I know that can be like rashes and stuff, that can be side effects. It can also be a precursor to really, 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 really bad side effects. So did a little Google image search. I'm like, okay, we're going to nip this in the bud before it looks like I took a blowtorch to the face. So, had to go through all the medical rigmarole. And, again, was kind of coming off of it. I was tired and just feeling crappy, some digestive stuff and all of that. So out of my system now. My skin no longer looks like it. I tried to take my makeup off with sandpaper, or was like, let's do a like felt sander my face here. So yay for that. And I just finally, as of a few hours ago, got notice from my insurance company that they are finally now improving me for Otezla. So yay. We will see how that works out, because like I mentioned earlier, I have multiple medication sensitivities. So sometimes things can make me wacky and do weird things. I have permanent tinnitus from Lexapro. I've been off Lexapro for 3.5 years and it hasn't gone away. So stay tuned for that, because I'm sure I'll have some new wild medical adventures for the May episode. But so there was that. Apologies for being late on any readings and custom items and stuff like that. Yeah. One of the other things I was trying to get because hi, ADHD fun. I had a deadline to submit something by March 31st. It was for I was submitting a couple things for a collective what what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's for a Kitchen Witch cookbook submission. So the deadline was March 31st. Guess who? Guess what time I turned those in? March 30th around 10:49 p.m. So because yay, ADHD. But they turned out awesome. Excited to do some test runs to make sure it all worked, and ended up tasting good or tasting well at the end of the day. So that took up a little bit of time over the weekend because I was like, I have to get this done, and done it got. So this week that you might, if you ordered anything recently this week, there may be some delays. It has been hella rainy up here in the Northeast where I live. I mean, the road, like parts of roads have been flooded. There's a lot of downed trees, a lot of accidents. Today it's sunny and I'm here for it, but there was just a lot going on over the past couple of days because it was just nonstop rain. So apologies if anything is in transit a little longer so than normal. The first let's see. The first major thing I want to announce, and I'll have links to everything below, is if you saw on our social media, we are doing Lamia Nightstorm is doing a solar eclipse ritual, which I now have to pull up the information for because I don't. So this is on April 8th. This is a group ritual. So there's a couple options here. You can do the ritual only, which is going to be $50 a person. You can do the ritual and add in. She's making some of the spirit necklace, like not attached to a specific spirit. Let me see if I have one. So she will be making some necklaces with everything that's charged and consecrated during this time. These are the spirit necklaces. So most of them are about. This is what the Lilith one. Most of them are about 30 to 32 inches in length. They don't have a clasp or anything on the back, so I think they are floor. So, like for me, wear it as such. I probably more often than not, more than likely would pull it around. Ooh, I can do the 80s thing and like if it fit around my wrist, I could probably do that or kind of tie it in somehow or just use it whatever ritually. So, there be that. We will also be having some solar eclipse dirt and ashes available. Those will be $50 for 1 ounce because hey, we're not gonna be able to get this again. This is special ritually consecrated stuff. And or you can do a skull bottle of ashes or like a dirt ashes / dirt into a charm. And those are gonna look something. Probably these are some new ones I haven't gotten up online yet. They'll probably look something like this. So, and those will be 100 as well. I used to make necklaces with these. These are so hard to put together, and I had to stop because of the issues I have with my hands. So, that'll be coming up. So, just to give you a little spiel on it. This is a rare and powerful opportunity to manifest your deepest desires into reality, harnessing the potent energies of the exceptional total solar eclipse. So she is actually going up to the whatever the path of totality. Because where I'm at, I think are going to get about 90%, 91 maybe. It may be cloudy though here. So here's the hoping. So she's going to be doing that. And what else is in here? So during the eclipse, the moon will completely cover the sun, causing a brief period of total darkness across the eclipse's path. What makes the event particularly special is its length and the fact that it occurs during the sun's solar maximum when the solar activity is at its peak. This alignment creates an extraordinary convergence of cosmic forces. And it's always good to know when you're in the path of totality when a solar eclipse is happening, because about 30 years ago when I was in college, I was like, oh my God, the world is ending. Facts. I am not proud, but facts. So she's leading a small team to a location directly in the path of the thing. They're at the moment of total darkness. They'll perform an intense manifestation ritual focused on bringing the participants' wishes into material form. Participants will provide their written desires, which Lamia will inscribe on parchment paper and read aloud as the moon's shadow begins its journey to cover the sun. As the moon shadow moves across the sun during the eclipse, the height of magical energy will be reached when total darkness is achieved. At this powerful moment, the parchments will be burned in ritual fire, releasing the wishes to manifest into reality as the sunlight returns. Ashes from this work and soil are from the site will be collected, and each participant will receive a small vessel that captures the energy of the moment and delivers to them directly those who cannot be with us in person, obviously. The unique cosmic forces at work during this eclipse will provide an unparalleled catalyst for desires to transition from the spiritual into the physical realm. So if there's more details on here, but basically, you just need to provide us with the name of the person they want to use the ritual, can be your mundane or magical name, and they need to write out what reality or desire they wish to manifest, and they will need, and we'll also need if you're ordering this online, I'll have your mailing address. So yeah, sounds pretty cool. I'm excited. And while on the subject of all things Lamia, I do have some new products that are I'm working on getting them out this week. So you should see these dropping soon. I think I just showed you the one before. Oops. There we go. So we have this is the money drawing charm. And I have a protection charm. Actually, I think it was the protection charm was the one I just showed you. I also do have they came out recently, or I have had them for a while. I just got them online recently. I'll show you those as well. This is the protection charm. And in there, we also we'll be having, we have Beelzebub spirit necklaces. I love the colors on this. Beautiful. It's like an iridescent needle. I am working on packaging up the coffin nails, and they will come with a little pack with some dirt with them, with a little bit of like graveyard dirt with them as well. Those will be coming soon. And let's see, what else is there on that? Okay. So just a quick update. I am in the process of getting stuff moving with Amazon fulfillment by Amazon. So some of our products will be available for purchase through Amazon Prime. Just don't be surprised if they're more expensive than they usually are or can be found elsewhere. So we won't have our full catalog available, but like our best sellers and stuff like that will be. So that's just going to take a little bit of work over a period of time to get that fully up and running. So because when you do fulfillment by Amazon Prime, like on average will lose $7 per product just between the fees, the storage, all of that. So I'm gonna have to build some of that into the pricing for that. So and lastly, we dropped some new products last month. So we did the Prosperity and Abundance Bubble Bath, Body Wash, and Bath Oil, and we did a Protection Bubble Bath. I don't have any of the Prosperity Body Wash on hand. So this is the Protection Bubble Bath. I am working on filling out the rest of these collections. So I think for the Protection one, I still have to do a bar soap, which let me get back to bar soap in a minute. And I think I have to do a bath and body oil. I think those are the last things I do for the Protection line. We did finish out the Prosperity and Abundance line. So we have the bubble bath, we have the bath and body wash, which I actually already sold out of the first batch. So there you go. And we have the bath and body oil. So that's the new stuff. Ooh. So that's the new stuff. Sun just started shining again. And I want to talk a little bit about soaps, like bar soaps again. Because I think in one of the earlier videos, I'm trying to find a better way, because with the psoriatic arthritis, and I also forgot to mention the beginning part talking about my health woes, is I had to have a ultrasounds of my hands done last week, and I do show some early stage osteoarthritis, and it is really hard cutting bar soap. And I like, at this point, I'm wasting, and it's expensive to make soap. The soap is expensive to make. All those ingredients and everything. That's why right now they cost what they cost. Like, I know, sure, you can walk into CVS and buy a bar of Ivory soap for a couple bucks or whatever. I don't know. I haven't bought soap in years because just around. I hate it. But I have to find a way to keep with the aesthetics so that I can, because I started cutting, because initially I can get away with it. Like, they make these sort of like flatter silicone molds that have pockets in them, and you just kind of pop them out and they're all uniform. I just would have to kind of really visually redesign what they look like, because like right now, Fine's Barbs. So right now they have, this one's already wrapped. So right now they have like the herbs on the top, and then some have salt on the bottom, but then they have all the regular stuff in between. So, but the way that these are built, in the loaf, all the stuff goes on top. So now when you have individual cavities, they're all going to be flat. So all of this stuff would have to go on like the longer surface, which I'm not entirely wild about. So I have to figure out some way to do this, or find some magical soap cutter, um, or all that. Or maybe my medication will work and my hands won't be a hot mess, and I'll just have to find a better soap cutter. Um, it's last thing. So there's that. So coming soon, hopefully I can get this done. I think I alluded to this before. So I am making, these are pendulums, basic, you can get them from any metaphysical supplier. But what I'm doing is I'm making some custom, I'm filling the innards. See, these all come with a screw top glass vial, so you can put stuff in them. So I'm working on that. That's one of the reasons, if you've watched, as I move everything everywhere, because I've got piles of things everywhere. So if you watch my last videos, I got a lot of these crystal sands. So some of them are going to be used in those, as well as like crystal chips. And I have to test and see if I put anything like a divination oil in there, if it's going to leak out. So I have to test that. So we're going to do a test run, see how these work. They may just be loose crystals. They may be loose crystals and crystal sand. They may have some oil in it, or, sell a little kit that has a little bottle of oil with it. I don't know. So that is that on that front. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else major to tell you about at this point. So have a couple events coming up in April. I am starting to do more events. I mean, obviously, since we're moving into springtime and summer, a lot more events happen, especially like outdoor ones. So I will be doing the monthly event, the Magical Market of Witchy Wares run by Kindred Spirits in Hellertown. That's at the Heinzelman Carriage House on Main Street. That'll be on April 7th. And I'm also doing, I believe it's April 20th. What is it called? It's like the Festival of Peculiarities, something like that. It's at the South Mall in Allentown. It's run by Blue Flame Events. So I think that's April 20th. I went to one of their events like a month or so ago, just to kind of what I learned in my early years of vending at events is one of the things, really, unless it's a yearly event or something really well attended, like the Oddities and Curiosities festivals or something like that. But I like to check and see. I like to this isn't specific to any one group. Like, I like to look at the layout. I like to see what other types of vendors are there. I'm not overly keen. This one does have some MLM vendors, but I'll see. I didn't really notice anything too egregious the other time around. Like, it depends on the MLM, honestly. If you're shilling Young Living and doTERRA, I'm not gonna vend at your event. I'm sorry. Like, ew. They're cults. They're dangerous cults. If you don't believe me, do your due diligence. I should have. But so that aside, I just like to I like to check out like what the vibe of it is, because it also helps because I have a lot of different types of products. Like if I'm going to some airy fairy love and light thing, probably going to leave a lot of like the demonic stuff behind. Maybe a little bit more, maybe some Lilith or Hecate, maybe a little Medusa could kind of fit in there. But am I going to bring, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Satan, and the infernal hordes along? Probably not. Or sometimes, you see what sells better at events. A lot of times what sells, and it changes like month to month and event to event. But, I don't want to be bringing all my bath stuff and have like nothing sell, or bring all my witchy, all my oils and all that, and it's only the bath stuff that sells. So I try to have a good mix of things, and I do a little bit of every time. I kind of research more and figure out what works and what isn't. So that be that. I'll be doing the May event for the Magical Market of Witchy Wares in June. I already have that one, and then the Lehigh Valley Oddities Expo. I think it's a 2-day event. It's in Allentown at the Agricultural Hall. So keeping busy, but yeah. So stay tuned for more new exciting things and more new releases. I'm trying to get through as much as I can, and bringing on more collaborators and more options and more things to do. So yeah, I think that is it for now. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Smash the notification bell, moon. And follow us on social media. Sign up for our e-newsletter. If you really, really, really love us, and we hope you really, really, really love us, consider becoming a member and supporting the channel at any one of our support tiers that range from $1 to $10 a month. Love you.